Peace, Vandals. It's your guest tonight, NEAK. You are now listening to the Vandal Hour, DTF Radio. Make sure you tune in each and every Saturday night from 11 to 1 p.m. You can also watch us live on TuneIn app. You can watch us live on DTF Radio, Ustream page. But you got to do that when we live. Definitely come out and support. Well, we out here tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have another great show. Peace to Facts on Wax. Couldn't make it out tonight. You know what I mean? So we're going to hold it down for him. I'm your guest, NEAK, HL. It's an honor to be here. I'm out here with my man Sinatra. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure to have NEAK in the building at the Vandal Hour.
And we got that big playing in the background, Brooklyn style. You already know.
You know what it is. It's a good week. I had a good week, man. Oh, I got you. Now, if you missed any of our old episodes, go to YouTube, put in DTF Radio, the Vandal Hour, in the search engine, and you can just put in the Vandal Hour in the search engine, and you'll find most of our old videos, man. There's a lot of dope videos out there if you haven't checked it out. We got some videos from Easy. We got some videos from ZA. We got some videos from Shete and Maury. We got the HL on there, so definitely check that out. Make sure you check that out. For the people that might not know about the Vandal Hour, we also have a website up and running, so you can check that out at www.thevandalhour8.16.15 or thevandalhour8.net. The site is crazy. We got a lot of things going on the site. The site is dope. We got some archive episodes on there as well. We have some behind-the-scenes pics that you can't get nowhere else but there. And we also have the online store. You can order t-shirts, you can order bandanas. You'll see some on the counter right now. And you can also check us out on some of the social media sites, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even our Automac page. You can watch us live right now through Ustream. But definitely show support, man. We're doing a big thing out here on the Vandal Hour, and we could only make it bigger with you. Yes, sir. You know what it is. It's another night here, Saturday night at the Vandal Hour. NEAK is sitting in for Facts on Wax tonight, who couldn't make it. I'm Sinatra. Had a good week, long week. Usually go to work in the mornings on this Saturday, but I took the day off, getting ready for the show, doing a couple things. But we here. It's Saturday night. We live on the Vandal Hour once again. Real quick, tonight, we got a really, really dope show planned for everyone. Tonight we have Tone, MST in the building with us. And also we have Yes One in the building with us. Nice. Also, battle rapper Cortez was supposed to be in the building tonight, but he had a last minute emergency, so he won't be able to make it. You know, shouts out to Cortez. Hope everything is good with that. But we got a dope show tonight. Tone MST is in the building. Yes One is in the building. So get crazy for another crazy show here at the Vandal Hour on DTFradio.com.
For sure.
Definitely. Let's talk about this week. Real quick, for the people who follow us, the fans, the real supporters of the Vandal Hour, we did an interview this week on Bar Talk Radio, which is broadcasting out of FLO Empire Radio. The discussion was about graph culture and the position it plays in the hip-hop world. So, we went up there, myself, Facts on Wax, NEAK showed up as well, and the producer Mathematics was also in the building. Great interview, got across a lot of good points and spread the message out there. It was a good show.
Yo, that was a dope show, man. Like, I checked it out. It was in the background, the conversation, the way they was enlightening people about the whole graffiti movement. Like,
yep.
The people on the show they didn't even know what was going on with graffiti. Like,
no.
They had love for graffiti, but they ain't know the crazy spots people was doing.
I think they understand it more now after that interview.
Nah, definitely. I think they got a little bit attracted too to the culture.
Yeah. And also big things that night. There was an adult film star in the building, so we want to give a big shout out to Madam Trixie.
Wow, I missed that.
Who was in the building at Bar Talk Radio
Nice.
over there behind the scenes. Also, big shout out to one of Brooklyn's own, Source Money.
Nice. Oh, I heard about that. That's a good look.
Yeah, man. We ran into Source on the way out of Bar Talk Radio in the city. Myself, Fax, Mathematics, the producer, was in the building. We ran into Source. We was building with him, kicking him, all positive vibes. We build on the Vandal Hour, so stay tuned for more to come with that. So definitely big shout out to Source Money. Big shout out to Madam Trixie. Big shout out to Bar Talk Radio and FLO EmpireRadio.com. You know how we do our thing. We show love and they show love back. Real quick, big shout out to one of my close. A big shout out to one of my close homies, Jenny Ranks. If you guys are in the crib and you watch the TV, ladies especially on VH1, She's Got Game. Jenny Ranks is up there doing a thing on VH1. Make sure you check that out. I think it comes on Monday nights at 9 o'clock. So she's definitely been up here at the Vandal Hour as well, co-hosted twice here with us. She is one of the people, a close friend of mine. So big shout out to VH1 and Jenny Ranks, doing your thing. Keep your head up. Stay positive. Also, for the people that's keeping up with the guard Sean Price and his passing, y'all know this week was the wake and the funeral for the guard. So, well, for the people that don't know, it is rumors that Jay-Z donated to his funeral service, which I wouldn't even take as a rumor. I would think somebody... Not that because he's rich and he has to give the money away, but if you follow hip hop as you should, or the rap culture, especially in Brooklyn, you would know how serious the passing of Sean Price is, and you would not deny the fact that Jay-Z, looked out and gave up some dollars for the family. So I think that was a good thing.
Big, man. That's that Brooklyn love, man. Biggie always said it, man. Show love, get love, and
spread love. It's the Brooklyn way.
You already know, man. So it's just like Sean Price being as hip hop as he is, like, he's not mainstream. You're not gonna hear no club joints from Sean Price. He's just gonna hit you with bars. And somebody like Jay-Z gotta respect that, man. Definitely. So like him donating, that's big for Brooklyn. That shows that Brooklyn got Brooklyn's back.
Definitely, I definitely agree. And on last show, we kind of dedicated a lot of music to the homie Sean Price, man. Rest in peace. Condolences to all his friends and family. On another note, Mears One did a tribute mural for Sean P in Crown Heights. Now, the ill thing about this thing was up, I'm saying 24 hours after the passing of Sean P. So shout out to Mears One. Shout out to everybody involved with that and getting it done that fast. It was a good look, and it was definitely a big way to show your love and in memory of Sean P.
Yo, Mears did his thing. That was definitely a dope piece. You know what I mean? Like, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Sean Price, you know what I'm saying?
Official.
Even the saying he had on there, like, use your head for more than a rat cat.
Yeah, you know yeah.
They had the D-Sep logo on there. That's real Brooklyn.
It was tough.
You know what I mean? So it was definitely a lot of love, man. Shout out to Mears on that. He definitely put it down on there.
Definitely shout out to Miz. Also, if you're keeping up with this hip hop beef, Action Bronson and a member of the Wu who goes by Papa Wu they actually ran into each other in Sean Price's wake. And if you've seen the video, you would have to see Action Bronson's face. A lot of people got a different opinion on, was he scared? Was he not scared? Was he this? Was he that? He was at the funeral. People weren't there for that. But at the same time, if you see the video, look very closely at Action Bronson's face. And it's a little bit of reaction, like, maybe, I'm not going to say scared. I don't know the man, so I don't know how he rolled. But you might see a surprised look, like, oh, shit. Like, even though I'm in a funeral, this might be, it could go down. It is in the building. But nothing went on. Nothing popped off. They did speak. Papa Wu did approach Action Bronson at the wake service, and words were shared, and 90% of the people are saying that Action Bronson was a little scared. His face looked a little worried. So, shout out to Action Bronson, though. Big fan of that. We listen, we pump that music up here.
And Papa Wu's been down since the beginning, man.
Of course. Shout out to the whole Wu.
Definitely, man. Wu-Tang been doing their thing. They definitely left a legacy, you know what I mean? Action Bronson doing his thing right now, you know what I'm saying? But hip-hop is a crazy state right now, man.
Yes.
It could go either way.
You know, controversy is like, first is like sex sells, and then controversy is like right under it. So if you can cause up a stir. Well, and in my opinion, let me not even say that because we're talking about Wu-Tang here. You know, I don't think this is anything commercial. This was somebody speaking out of tongue, and Ghostface spoke up. Shout out to Ghostface and the whole Wu. Shout out to Action Bronson. Shout out to everybody out there getting how they live, man. On another note, definitely. Speaking of Jay-Z, we brought up earlier. This week, this is crazy, guys. This week, DJ Clark Kent, revealed that Jay-Z actually had a diss track for Tupac. Now, it wasn't really released because this was actually done. It was recorded before the passing of Tupac. When they wanted to put it out, he already had passed. So they felt it would be a little bit of disrespect to put out the diss track. But they did perform it at the Apollo, which a lot of people don't know. Jay-Z did perform the diss track at the Apollo. So you can Google that up. You can YouTube that up and check it out. And from what Clark Kent wrote in the article was that it was one of the hardest, quote unquote, for Clark Kent diss tracks he has ever heard. So if you're interested on listening to that, you can Google that up. Jay-Z's Tupac diss track.
Well, can I ask your opinion real fast?
Sure.
With all the beef that's going on right now with the Drake and the Meek Mills, do you think that's why it came out?
I definitely do think so. I'm hoping also, you know, Straight Outta Compton just came out.
Oh yeah,
that's just released out in the movie theater. So the West Side,
the game too.
The West Side is rocking out right now. Shout out to the whole crew out there and the whole cast and crew to Straight Outta Compton. But I think you're a little bit right. I think with the fact that the Meek Mill beef, the Action Bronson, Ghostface, just to have your name, they always say in the entertainment world and showbiz, any promotion is good promotion, you know.
Right.
So whether they're talking about you in a positive or negative way, it's always good to have your name out there. But as you know, Jay-Z, being one of the elite gentlemen coming out of the rap game, he always handles himself well. So I'm going to listen into the track. I didn't get a chance to. Very busy week. But when I get out of here, I will listen to it. And maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more on our next show. In art news this week, though, Kevin Michael curates in our Expo 2015, which features like 50 artists. Some of the artists include Easy, Buys YNN, Vic2, Jep, HL, Hops, and countless others. It started on August 14th. It was active as of August 14th. Will be active August 15th and the 16th at 23 Meadow Street in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So shout out to Kevin Michael and the Art Expo 2015.
That was actually a very interesting show. I had the opportunity of checking it out.
Cool.
It's a lot of dope pieces, man. Like, I was kind of surprised. You got some street killers there, like Easy, you know what I'm saying? You had the Vic 2s up there, but then you have people like Hops putting in work. Like, I seen a piece from Hops that I never seen. I seen a lot of graffiti stuff. He just had somewhere like a lady laying on a picnic blanket. I mean, like, this is like museum stuff that I ain't expecting. Then the overwhelming piece that got me was Hooker. Hooker had like a flat screen TV with the Paramount on it, TV knobs. Like, you go to shows, you see canvases. This was not a canvas, man. Like, this ain't a piece that you walked away. Like, people were actually
admiring
that piece for a minute. But Reeves had a dope piece. He brought out the old school denim jacket. He rocked out the back. You know what I mean? He had the Joker.
Okay.
It's definitely a nice lineup of artists, man. Wide array of artists, man. And the vibe was just cool, man. They had DJ Pumpkin out there spinning on the 1 and 2s. You know what I mean? Shout out to DJ Pumpkin doing his thing.
Always.
See him at every show.
Always.
DJing crazy, but it's definitely a good look, man.
Always. I mean, the shows I'm hearing that Kevin Michael curates is always a good show. So shout out to them once again in our Expo 2015.
Shout out to Kevin Michaels, man. He did his thing.
Definitely. More in my lane, a little more. Let's talk about a little bit of sports real quick, guys, for you tuning in. Football season preseason started, and preseason started. I'm a New York fan, Jets, Giants all the way. But I think I'm picking up a new New York team. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills this year, guys. Now let me tell you why.
Please tell us.
If you follow the sports, Geno Smith, the starting quarterback for the New York Jets, was punched in the face by a player in the locker room due to a $600 something about a flight ticket. Anyway, long story short is the fact that Geno Smith jaw is broken. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. They fired the lineman who punches him in the face. But here's the better part about it. Rex Ryan, who was recently let go by the New York Jets last year, now coaches the Buffalo Bills, signs the guy who breaks Geno Smith's jaw. So you know what, Rex? You got points with that one for me. I'm riding with Buffalo. They look good in the preseason. But, yo, stay tuned for that New York Giants, New York Jets. You know what it is. Always support New York City. Let's try to bring one home this year.
Well, do you think that pickup was an imitation? How would I say?
Intimidation?
Factor, yeah.
Definitely. He actually quoted on an interview with ESPN that he wanted to create a bully team. He wanted to create a force. So he definitely picked up the gentleman that broke Geno Smith's jaw. So shout out to all the New York teams and all the sports. Let's bring something home. But also, I gotta give the biggest shout out right now for any baseball fans out there. The Mets.
Yes.
The Mets right
It's
now
my team right there.
are doing their thing. First place in their division.
Nice.
Let me say this. Even if you don't watch baseball, there's a pitcher there called Matt Harvey, I think is his name. I'm a Yankee fan, by the way, but I show love to the Mets. I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker. A lot of people sitting in this room tonight are Mets fans. Matt Harvey, he got this whole Dark Knight thing. They playing the Batman thing with him. This guy pitches so well. It reminds me of the old school kind of baseball when baseball was actually baseball. Shout out to them, though. First place in their division. New York, we don't get too many good runs out of our teams lately, so I'm going to give it to the Mets right now, holding it down for New York City, man.
Nah, like, I'm a Mets fan, and I hear all the jokes. I hear all the whys.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's like to see them doing good, man. It's just like now a lot of people are quiet.
Yes, and I give you that. I give you that. I go through it being a Knicks fan as well, but I got to give it to the Mets. Like I said, I'm a Yankee fan, pinstripes till I die, but the Mets right now are making our city look great. So shout out to the Mets. Shout out to everybody who's a Mets fan out there. Y'all doing your thing. Hold it down for the blue and orange, man. We're changing up the Cobra paint contest, guys. If you're following and you're tuning in with us live here at the Vandal Hour, you know we did have a contest. We're giving out 6 cans of Cobra paint and a Cobra paint t-shirt to our 2,000th follower on Instagram. So and don't try to unfollow us and follow us, and don't do that. We got you guys out there. We be watching close. It's just one prize. We'll have many more prizes up there. So for the 2,000th follower, you will get 6 Cobra cans of paint and a Cobra paint t-shirt. Also, a shout out here on the Vandal Hour live on DTFradio.com. Just so you know, we are at 1,899 followers right now on our Instagram. So make sure you tune in. That's what, 101 more?
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump, man.
And you can have that paint. I know. Listen, if there's writers listening, I know. Free paint, the best paint. So if you're trying to get this, make sure you tell a friend to follow the Vandal Hour at the Vandal Hour on Instagram.
And that Cobra paint is definitely official, man. Like, it's been out there been out there for a little bit, but it's definitely some good paint, man. High coverage. It comes with the official cap. You ain't got to switch nothing. Like, Cobra definitely did their thing with their product, man. So
Definitely.
You'll definitely be happy if you're a winner.
With 6 cans. That's 6 cans and a Cobra paint t-shirt to our 2,000th Instagram follower. So make sure you go follow and let us know, and stay tuned for the winner. Tonight on the Vandal Hour, we will are going through some changes actually here. As you can see, the DJ could not make it. DJ Swift had an emergency. As I spoke earlier, shout out to Cortez, he couldn't make it here tonight. But as you know, in the business, the show must always go on, and we do have Yes One and Tone MST in the building. They are here chilling in with us right now. But you know how we do. I just wanted to give you a quick little update on that. Shout out to Lo Main Jason. He got a song called On Me that unfortunately we wanted to be playing it tonight, but we will get that up and spinning on our next episode. They were also a guest here with us on the Vandal Hour. I think it was the CL1 episode as well. And shout out to CL1 and the Lo Main clothing line and all the music that they doing. Big supporters of the Vandal Hour. So shout out to them. Shout out Lo Main Clothing Line. Make sure you check them out on Instagram. And also big shout out CL1, the supporters of the Vandal Hour. We appreciate all the love and support that we get from everybody out there. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. So like I said, Tone MST is in the building tonight. Yes One is in the building. We are going through some changes, but you know what? Like we tell you, we dedicated to what we do, so we will make sure the show goes on. So as you can see, NEAK is sitting in. Facts on Wax could not be here. Myself, Sinatra, and we're gonna go live in a couple minutes with our two guests. So when you get a chance, stay tuned. It's the Vandal Hour on DTFradio.com. Peace, Vandals. You know what it is. It's your boy Sinatra, and we're live on the Vandal Hour here at dtfradio.com. Tonight, as you can see, things have changed up a little bit on the show tonight. DJ Swift could not make it here. Also, Facts on Wax could not make it into the show tonight. But we do have NEAK in the building, and also BIA3, one of our Vandal Hour family members, is in the building. Always good to have people you can depend on and coming through and show love here at the Vandal Hour. Let me get into our guest tonight. Tonight on the Vandal Hour, we have artist that has been killing the wall since the mid '80s. His burners are crazy. You might have seen his work in the Vola Vida recently. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Yes One.
All right, champ.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming out to the show tonight. Also on the Vandal Hour, we have a writer from the '90s still here doing this thing, getting busy. You might have seen him might have seen one of his fills in Queens or one of his burners in Brooklyn. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Tone, MST.
Yeah. What up? What's going on?
It's Tone.
What's going on, y'all? Once again, thank you for coming here to the Vandal Hour and showing some love here with us on a Saturday night.
My pleasure.
We'll get right into the questions. And both of you guys can take turns answering this. What is it about Graph that made you pay as much attention to it as you guys do?
That question is directed to you, man.
I don't know. It's very therapeutic to me, and I don't know. I like the reaction people get. People that don't know much about graffiti. Oh, they just see the colors and stuff like that, and I think it brings happiness to the world.
Ooh, deep.
Yeah, brother. I do the graph shit because I love it. I just I got influence early. I say from 5th, 6th grade. I just seen people just putting up random. It was always tags first, always tagging. I was like, yo, I like the whole flow of that. I want to get my own tag and get my name up and see. It didn't always start like that. I just would see dirty insides of trains and always was drawn to that. And from there, it escalated from making homemade markers to picking up a can and actually attempting to do a tag. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. But it's like a gravitational pull. Once you catch one tag and you start getting the skill down packed, from there it's a wrap. You want to see your shit everywhere.
That's right. And for the supporters tuning in right now, I just noticed that actually our hosts are masked up and our guests are unmasked, which is usually the backwards thing here at the Vandal Hour. And I'm pretty sure it's a new experience for everybody tuning in. Can you remember your first real graph experience, like the first time?
Ho. Let me ask a question. We got two brothers here one from the 80s, one from the 90s. Now I know during the 80s everything was about hand styles. Now somebody from the 90s, did you have anybody in particular, or was there an emphasis more on hand styles, Tone, or as opposed to the 80s? What's your view on hand styles, yes, and Tone?
Well, coming up, of course I was a toy. Stuff as a toy.
Definitely.
Smiley 149, rest in peace. He pretty much pointed out graffiti to me. I was 10 years old, and I would go play a video game called Asteroids in the South Bronx. And every time I go over there, play the game, it'd be by the newspaper stand, just sitting there, and he'd be like, come here, kid. And I just kept seeing 2 and 5 train going by, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. So as I got a little older, I moved up to the North Bronx. That's when I first met Clark, Fly ID.
Okay.
And a couple of guys from Allerton. And that's where I started my first hand style. And if you didn't have no hand style, you wasn't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Get that first, and the throw up. After the throw up, start doing the simple style. And now I'm doing what I'm doing now.
So were you practicing on paper in the back of the class?
Oh yeah, the teacher used to get me.
Going to the copying the work, just throwing down practicing your alphabets.
Draw the math class, character and stuff like that. So it's been doing this in junior high school.
Tearing up all the hallways,
Yeah.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
How about for you, Tone? Who was the person that like put you on that you just spotted and you was like, yo, that's sick. That tag right there.
I will see. I don't do a lot of name dropping, but from my experience, man, I think every time I would jump on a train and regardless of what borough I was in, you know, I'd pay attention more to like shit that they would do, like if they throw stars in their joint, or if they would circle it with like if they have an E at the end, a Z or whatever. If they
so all the little accents is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, kind of, man.
Was that initially what appealed to you, or was it more like burning walls?
Nah, it was always like the dirtiest tag. Like if you had depending on what mop you use, like I would pay attention to detail. It wasn't really what you wrote.
So it was like drips.
You could write
looking
26 letters of the alphabet, but if it's dirty and the way you threw it up there, I focused more on the outer part of it. So there wasn't really anyone that I looked at and said, oh, you know, I mean, Smith might be one of them. I liked F Boom. His tag styles were funky. You know, SR and BK, I liked his shit. I mean, I could go on and on. This on a daily, I would see different dudes up in different times, like 93, 94, that I could remember. But
Okay.
All right.
Well, I got a question for you, Tom.
what's up?
In the pre-interview, you know what I'm saying, we was talking, and you was basically in a lot of graph magazines, a lot of graph videos. You want to speak on that a little bit more?
To my knowledge, I mean, as far as like looking up Liquid Text Mag is something that sort of made an imprint being young, that there was no I don't think Videograph was out, but it wasn't as attainable as once 4 and 5s dropped. You know, random people had it. Then the other video that came out, which is Forbidden Art, stuff like that was just being passed around from people to people, lunchroom, be like, yo, you gotta check this video out. We're gonna cut school tomorrow and just smoke boom and watch it. And but Liquid Text Mag, I don't think it was from New York. I think it was based in Cali, if I'm not mistaken. And different types of magazines that were all in black and white at first. So I would go to Soho Zat, which is now Scrapyard, and seeing those magazines, I would like sit there for a whole train ride or two and then go home and just not so much study it, but like try and dissect who did what. And I seen a lot of I seen random characters from LA, and it just blew my mind that I could see something from somewhere else and I didn't get to travel on an airplane to go check it out.
That was definitely.
That kind of influenced your style, seeing stuff from like the West Coast, being so East Coast based?
I don't know if it influenced it. I think it gave me sort of awareness, like, all right, they're doing that kind of style.
Wow.
And I've always wanted to like be original. That's what, to me, what early mid 90s was.
Definitely.
Is to come out with something that nobody has ever done. So yeah, I would look at their style. I wouldn't morph it or try and use it on my own, but I'd see certain things and ask me, like, oh, all right, I guess that's how they do it over there, you know?
Well, I just want you to repeat one more thing. The original name of Scrapyard before Scrapyard now. A lot of people might have overlooked it, but a lot of people don't know Scrapyard wasn't always Scrapyard. A lot of these new cats.
It was before Scrapyard. Can't remember the name of it. I think it was Bomb the System. But before that, it was Soho Zat, Z-A-T.
That's history right there.
You go to Pearl Paint, you pass by Pearl Paint after you rack what you need to rack, and then, or vice versa. But
Yeah.
Soho Zat, where it was at, man. I used to buy my T-shirts there and wild T-shirts. I'm like, all right. So you go get your caps. Yeah, man.
I got a question for Yes. Yes, your 80s head. You represent BT, Bronx. Do you think that the Bronx heads have a completely different style, something really eccentric that they do, as opposed to every other borough?
Well,
in piece and styles.
at the end of the day, whether it be Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, pretty much all have the same thing. Really look at it. You know what I'm saying, just some boroughs add a little this, a little that, but Yeah, it's all the same at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You got real good guys, you got mediocre guys, you got bombers, you got guys just tag, and all boroughs have it. So you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So it's pretty much all the same.
For the people that don't know, yes, what's the difference between burners and pieces
Well, burners and pieces.
and murals?
Oh,
If there's a difference.
well, burners and pieces is like the same to me. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what it is? It's just the terminologies have changed at the time. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, it was burners, you know what I mean? And now it's like, oh, that's a dope piece.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So as times got more, changed, the terminology's changed.
No,
So
definitely.
it's about the same meaning.
No, we just try to educate the listeners out there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just like it's a lot of people listening
Yeah,
to the
just
show. They don't know what's going
drop
on,
jewels
you know?
here and there, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to put them onto the program.
Definitely, we definitely have a lot of listeners that are also outside of the graphic art world. So
Okay,
we try to fill them in.
Right.
So when they hear it next time,
Yeah, they know. Yeah,
they know what's going on.
Like when I'm painting in the street, some random guy. Oh, that's a really cool tag.
There you go. There you go.
I'm like,
There you go.
Then I had like the tag is right, the
Exactly.
signature. I said, this is a piece. Oh, it's not a tag. I said, it's a piece.
That is a good example. That is a good example.
There's a question here that we had that we had wanted to ask, and would any of you care to remember your first real graphic experience, however you interpret that real graphic experience?
Boy, that's a tough question.
Well, there was an instance where it's embedded in my mind forever. I can't recall the first tag I ever done, which was probably in the hallway in my own building, so my mother could see and smack me. But a real graphic experience is something that was, a dangerous act. And when I did my first layup, which is a train that is parked in a tunnel, not to drop down myself, but this is like 95, I believe, 96, and it was a layup that we would do pretty much every weekend. But that first time, man, your heart racing, your palms all sweaty. I'm not gonna get into it like, sound like Eminem, but it's a real,
that moment.
it's a real leap of faith. Like, you really need to be in it to win it if you're gonna like go into the tunnel and
Did you ever have to duck underneath the train? And how paranoid were you when you heard the sounds popping off underneath the train? If
you know
did?
what? Nah, I never had to like duck under a train. I did a freight train, but not so much a train. I had to like really. I got pushed onto a layup. I was actually painting alone once, and the real situation was I had put a mag light, which is a police light that I acquired. And I put it down because I only had a disposable camera. I didn't have like the fancy cameras they got now. So I would always put my left foot on the dead rail, which is not the third rail, obviously. I'd put on the dead rail to feel the vibration of the express train coming. Long story short, I didn't feel the vibration, but for some reason, something knocked over that flashlight. Because when I moved forward and try and pick it up, E-train just...
You saw it creeping by? Or blasted
E-train
by?
just flew right past me. And
that's
it actually, the gush of wind pushed me right onto my
Where'd you tuck
straight letter.
between the metal columns or what? What was that about?
Yeah. It was like metal columns, but then it was open, pretty much open track. So it was like local track, 2 express lanes, and then the other train that was parked was in one of the express lanes.
All right, so you never had to hide underneath the train, right?
Not really.
All right, so you're good then. All right.
Yeah.
With you having that close call, when was the next time you went back to hit the trains again?
You know what? I honestly, I just counted it as a blessing that I was still breathing, man. The next day, I think we would always hop the train, and we tricked the turnstiles were everything was different, man. Like,
Much different.
I'm not trying to
tokens
be an
back then,
old
man.
fogey. I'm not trying to be a grandpa of shit, but
It's real, bro.
we used to trick the turnstiles with pennies, man. Like, it was weird, man. It's just like nowadays everything is, you know, is on. It's like we in jail, sort of. But before, you know, you open up the door, you walk right through,
That's right.
hoping there's no police waiting for you on the, you know, the turn.
Did
of
you
that
have
corner.
any access to any keys or what?
Nah, I only dreamed about those.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
okay.
lie. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn,
All right,
you know,
that's cool.
Skeleton keys, but nah.
key.
The skeleton key,
Yeah, a lot of
24
people
key,
talk about
25
those.
key.
25 key word.
Let me ask you guys this: since you both do legal walls, do you ever get criticized about that?
No, I don't. And if they do, it's probably done behind closed doors, and it's cool, whatever. You know, there's some guys that they, oh, we do this, we do that, and hey, it's part of graffiti, man. You know what I mean? That's what you guys do. This is what I do, and what can you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so many
Well, I mean,
different
you pretty much pay your dues anyway, right?
Oh, yeah,
You put in work, so
my-
it's like
my
you know
share
you
of,
you don't have to be validated.
illegal adventures.
Yeah, I mean, to answer that question briefly, the way I look at it as, I honestly, I started doing it for myself since day one. The feeling and the rush I got from making my own mops to splicing my own caps to getting put on, it was always close-knit from the beginning. And I always thought to myself, man, I do not want to get caught. I do not want to go to jail. That was always in the back, the front, the sides of my mind. But what I can say is when I was paying my dues, I know that I was out there, but I wasn't trying to win anyone's acclaim. I wasn't trying to be, and yeah, I
Get that
people
validation. It was
people
just
go
a
all city, and
satisfaction.
I raised my hand to them, 2 thumbs up. If you go all city, that's an incredible feat. But when you do it for yourself, you can go hard in the paint. You can keep going. You can continue to rock, as much as possible until that time comes. But I pretty much did it for myself in my own neighborhood. I ain't gonna front. I have no one to front.
And nothing wrong with that.
With the question about the legal, I mean, in the 90s, it wasn't seen unless you were getting paid for it. It really wasn't a legal. There was no legal scene like now. Now everything is just, it's like it's been flipped, and now everyone
Legal,
has
and
real
it
estate.
Seems like real estate to me, man.
Yeah, everybody has their real estate because of obviously the strict laws, and that's only in New York. I mean, in other states too, but people go hard in different states, and like New York is pretty much lost its identity as far as
The grass scene.
the graffiti scene. I mean, you can.
I mean,
still,
as it was, I mean, it's what I see is that there's pockets here and there, where you could just heads go hard, but for the most part, it's definitely not the way it used to be.
No.
I got caught when I was younger. I got sprayed in the face. I got sprayed in the face. What else happened?
God, list the story.
Let me go
Who's
through
that?
the
Who's
list.
that? This is Vandal Squad caught
I
you?
was around the block, so I had a can. So I just took a tag and stole 24. And Alex said, "Hey, what the fuck you doing?"
There you go,
I'm
bag.
like, oh shit. Throw Averex on, bro.
Oh, man.
He grabbed me.
The leather.
Aviara.
The leather.
Fucking right. I'm like,
Oh.
pushed me to the police car, sprayed my bottom of my face.
And get away with it. And get away with it.
the-
See that?
And it's not like
Damn.
now you get caught.
Damn.
It's crazy. But I did 3 days in jail just for a mark attack.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's how they used to do it.
Shit.
It's
Pull you in on the weekend. That's what it is.
Nah, it's people
Have
getting
your whole
locked up for
weekend
market
fucked up.
tags, putting up
Market tags,
stickers.
yeah.
Like you crazy. Back in the days, you get caught doing crazy stuff, you just getting sent back to your house.
Yeah. Now they lock me up.
Or
You know
they
what I mean?
call it-
They
yeah.
tell your moms like, yo, your son was out here doing some bullshit. Here, go take care of this. Now it's just a whole nother ball
Yeah.
game, man. It's just like they trying to get money off of it.
Yeah, back in the days, it was cool, man. They just smack you up and just say, get out of here.
Now they want that fun. They want that bread.
'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
considered a quality of life crime now. So. They
Oh,
try
is that
to-
what it is?
that's
Whose
what-
quality of life?
Exactly. That's a good question.
Yeah, right?
That's a good question.
Well, I got
My
a-
life right now.
I got
Thank
a
you,
question for
Julio.
both of y'all, man. I know this Tone touched on it a couple of times. Like, you was talking about the homemade markers, the caps. Like,
So-
do you feel writers is just spoiled? They got it too easy right now. Like, you don't got to be in the crib doing all this stuff. that
Mixing
you
up
gotta do.
mixing up lava.
Know what I'm saying?
I know when I was little, we used to take the eraser from school.
Yeah, school of races. Word.
And either I used to take my father's Griffin, we used to get pissed.
I remember the Griffins.
So, you
The
know,
roll-ons with the wall on top.
That's before the Cricks.
They had Xerox machines. They had that. I forgot what it was called. It was like purple ink. It was
That
like-
carbon
Carbon
paper.
paper.
Yeah,
Carbon
It
paper.
smelled like that.
With alcohol on it.
So we used to take the ink from that, pour it into the thing, and then
You mean with the alcohol? Yeah.
put it in the Griffin thing, and that's how you make your own mark.
Yeah, man. With the brute roll on, just pop
The
the
brute
top,
roll, there you go.
empty it out. Much respect to my man Ski. He pretty much put me on to that. He SKI out of Queens. He pretty much taught me the ropes in the beginning, man. Like coming up, elementary school, I was, I got into it, but I would see these dudes, bombing on a daily, and I was like,
And they put you on kind of.
Yeah.
That's something that
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
that I think might be missing
not scared to say
these days. There's kind of a disconnect between the younger generation and the older generation, where
For sure.
where somebody would kind of get sunned and put on the scene and look, showing the rules. you
Yeah,
know?
I don't care who you are, man. You could be the biggest writer, whether in Europe, wherever you at. Someone, somewhere, somehow, like you had to learn from somewhere. You had to see it first. You had to
Yep.
be like, yo, I need to get my hands on. You're not made in a factory, dude. Like, honestly, you have to earn your stripes. You got to put in work. But everyone, I'm not going to say is a toy, because to me, a level of toy is where your heart is at. It's not how your signature is, because there's people that are like twice my age that got horrible handwriting, but they're doctors and they're making that bread. So it's about your heart, really. If you a toy for life, man, then I feel sorry for you. But if you come in the game with strong will and drive to get your name everywhere, and no one can read your name, but yet it's everywhere, people are still gonna recognize your horrible handwriting, but you have the heart. So
That's funny you say that,
You get
because
out of
I see
toyism.
heads that don't even use letters. They just kind of scribble on the wall,
yeah, that's a whole different. Like, I don't know, man. Letter style, structure, all that is foundation. I don't know. I mean, you could draw smiley faces for all I care, but if you know your homework, if you know the founding forefathers of graph, I mean, it's better to know not to know.
Very true. Yes. This question is for you. Have you ever been involved in any battles?
No, I
For-
haven't. No, I don't think I have been. Privately, like with friends and stuff like that. But
Would you be interested in doing something like that?
I think there's something coming up in September. I'm not gonna say the name of the event yet, because it's not 100% sure.
Cool.
But it's gonna be a phone battle. It's gonna be in September.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys know in the near future where that's gonna be.
Definitely let us know.
It's
And
gonna
we-
be a fun battle.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say everything.
Of
yet.
course not.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for
September.
location, names.
Are you gonna tell us if you're gonna win or not?
location, name. Who you gonna slaughter?
When I saw the lineup, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be,
Oh yeah, all right.
yeah,
That's what's up.
All right.
September.
I'm trying to get him to talk some smack right here. That's what it is.
So
Put it on blast right now.
stay tuned for that.
Really amp it up.
In September, man.
Word.
We'll give you more info on that as soon as they pass it on to us. Tone, before you were Tone MST the Piecer, you were Tone MST the Bomber. What was your favorite thing to vandalize back then?
Well, that's a good question, man. Other than trains, because my favorite rush was emotion.
Tags.
And not to put it on blast, but emotion was when you're on one side of the train station, your man is on the next train coming in, and the train pulls up, you hop down. By the time the train stops, you're already at the train. You're between the two live wires. You're between the two live rails with the can ready in motion, while your man inside the train is playing with the doors. So you have you have like, I don't know, 3.5 minutes to get an outline tag, fill in whatever it was to get rocked. So they weren't put onto it yet, because once a train would leave, we'd hop back on the station, go a couple stations down, sit and wait. that train eventually made its way back around, and then what pulls onto the station was the window down, outline, tag, whatever you did. That was the best feeling. That's like being on the, like 15 Seconds of Fame, being on the news.
There you go.
Random photos of that.
Which lines did you hit? I know you smack freights because all pretty much that was the '90s thing.
Yeah.
90s cats smack freights.
F, G, 7. The 7 didn't run. That was one thing that they're very, I guess, very clean trains. We hardly ever saw anything returned to us. But G, F, R train, couple of E ridges. The ridgy trains were real cool. But yeah, man, pretty much the G, the 7, the R, those lines were. I stayed in Queens and Brooklyn, man. I would troop it out to the Bronx. Not that I was scared or anything, but you play your position, especially back then. Now you can go all state, you know what I'm saying, and not care. But in the 5 boroughs, man, if you were from a certain hood, you can't just easily. Oh, I'm gonna go to Bronx today and I'm doing all these rooftops.
No.
You cannot do that because there's politics involved, and dudes would be like, the couple phone calls will be made, and then somebody knock on the door like, "Yo, what you doing in the Bronx? What are you doing out here?" Like. So it wasn't that simple to just pick up a can and go.
It was a little more treacherous than that. That's why I give cats that went all city back in the 80s and 90s, especially during the crack epidemic.
Yeah, that's
give them
props.
big props. Easy's just the blueprint for that.
Yes, sir.
Definitely shout out to Easy. Let me ask you guys this: how did you guys run into each other? How did you guys get to know each other?
That's funny.
MySpace
days.
Yeah, we met up one time, and then I met him after, like 2 or 3 years after that.
Yeah, it was actually at 2012. I had a show, Cause and Effect. That it was my second venture, and I had UR New York. Actually, they curated the show. Being I knew Ski for many years. Then through Ski, I met Too Easy, and I thought it was great that got a spot for a month. It was like a pop-up gallery show, and they had asked yes to appear, be in the lineup. And I was like, yo, so when we linked, we were like brothers, man, just like talking, because I hadn't met him since then, since he showed up to hang up the artwork, and we spoke on MySpace. He thought I was another Tone from the BX. Many people write the name. I never ever got. I may have fought for the name once, but I'm still writing it. So
I got a small question for Yes, which is being a Bronx head. Many crews out there, UW, whatever other crews may have been. BT. Well, what's your connection with BT and how'd that come apart? Because I think that's Juice crew, right?
Yeah, that's Juice.
Because I see you push that hard.
I've known Jude for years, and being that I was with Clark all the time, that was two different sides of the Bronx. I'm a vet, one of the other guys, was Bronx kid. Then never really pushed BT, and then after I left Clark for a while. I went on my own, and then I bumped into Jew again, and Jew was like, "Yo, man, you need to be down with BT," and then I was like, "All right, no problem." And then from there, I started hanging out with them a little bit. They got their, it's like we have a different style. Like when we paint, I have like a total different style, and they actually wanted that. It's like a change of style. And do the walls, I look a little different.
What year we talking about there? That there was that change, that influence.
I was like 2000 something.
Okay, all right.
Sure. I got a bad memory.
All right.
Listen, for the people tuning in, this is the Vandal Hour live on DTFradio.com. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue this conversation with Tone, MST, and Yes One.
Chill.
So don't go nowhere. It's the Vandal Hour on DTFradio.com. Sitting tight with us, guys. We'll be right back live with the Vandal Hour live on thevandalhour8.16.15. Peace, Vandals. You know what it is. We're back here live at the Vandal Hour on DTFradio.com. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Hot Skull, Fonto, Leaf. Make sure you check them out on Instagram, and that's at also their website at HOTSKULLFRONTO Leaf LEAF. Make sure you go check them out. Big supporters of the Vandal Hour and our website. You can go check that out, which is www.thevandalhour.net or .com. Make sure you get a t-shirt or a bandana. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. We are back in the building with Tone MST. And yes, one is in the building here.
Well, I got a question.
Okay. Who?
A lot of questions.
Yeah, exactly. I want to continue this question that we had off air, which was for yes. Is there a way for heads to see once that battle goes down with the crews? For heads to see the pictures or see what the end result was. Any magazine.
It's an event, so I don't want to air out everything right now, but you'll soon see, and everybody can go, anybody.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty awesome, but things might change, so I don't want to say this.
Definitely. September. We got September at least.
Septiembre.
We got it.
Advertising.
We got it.
Only the facts.
Check your Instagram, Facebook.
Definitely.
Local listing.
All right.
What you wanted to ask him, Nick?
Well, actually, I had a question for Yes One, man. Like, you being based out in the Bronx, doing most of your work in the Bronx, like, what has been your experience painting in Brooklyn?
Oh, it's I have no complaints.
Getting a lot of love?
That's what's up.
Brooklyn just stumbled on me, and it's just been growing. And I'm very happy that I had this opportunity to paint in Brooklyn because I got to meet a lot of good Brooklyn guys, bombers, everything.
Cool.
You know what I mean? I had the unique opportunity to host the DG tribute last year, which meant a whole lot to
Rest
me.
in peace.
That's big.
You know, I met a lot of Brooklyn cats, and they showed me a lot of love, and I'm like, yo, fellas, this is for you. You know what I'm saying? And I even wanted to give up my own spot to give it to one of them. No, we really want you on here, and and today, I was, what was the name of the street we was on today?
We was on Milton Street and Manhattan Avenue, which is
for the Goober.
Yeah, rest in peace, Goober. Yeah,
There's a lot of people out there.
Goober Guns.
Respects.
I
KD.
was painting the Goober name and met a bunch of different guys today, and it felt real good. I mean, I never met the guy, heard good things about him and stuff like that, and it really meant a lot painting his name and get a chance to really, connect with other kinds of Brooklyn dudes. And yeah, man, Brooklyn's great, man. Have no complaints.
Nah, the Goober event was definitely big, man. Like, a lot of people pay homage to that dude. The event was big. I know there was a lot of writers out there, man. Can you tell people about the experience you had out there? Like give people like a little scenery to people that wasn't there.
The word today was hot.
You got that right.
Desert
Definitely got that
status.
right.
We seen camels out there, B, asking for water.
For some reason today I was on a mission. Tone was right behind me and stuff like that, so he could probably tell you better than me.
Yeah,
I just attacked. I really wanted to get it done. Ribsy was a little too much whiskey today.
Yeah, Mr. Ribs is,
That's
forget
my
it.
man, GNK.
He goes in.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
he goes in.
That's my man, 40 grand. So if he's down
He
and
was
out,
cooling.
I gotta work double time.
Yeah, he was cooling.
That's
that
what
teamwork.
I did. I picked the slack and big up the thing.
Word.
We hooked up a real good party today, and he looked out, and
Kettle.
I'm really happy to be part of that.
Definitely, man.
Your Tone.
What's up, man?
I know you used to hit the trains. Was that the point that you started piecing? When did you get exactly into piecing, crossover, or evolution from bomber to pizza?
I mean, that question also to piggyback, to jump back on the question about burners and piecing, like, to my understanding, coming up and learning the foundation from older dudes, the whole production wise, like I never felt that, oh man, I have a natural born skill or talent to piece, because you really you have to sketch after sketch after, like, you really have to put in your time. I didn't think about that. Like, I never went past a straight letter. I would do a simple straight letter, maybe add an arrow here and there, look hurt, but it was up. It's a lot of technique involved. I ain't start piecing until 2008, really. I took a hiatus. I got a jog, got my life together. I was, in the 90s, it's like you get hooked on drugs and you start wilding out and going to parties and acting crazy. But I had to get my life together, And once I stepped foot back in the game, man, it's like I wanted more out of it. I just didn't want to, like, constantly tag, fill in, tag, straight letter. Like, I really wanted to perfect a style that I felt I had and I felt I needed to do for myself. There was like a void that needed to be filled. So I'm still learning. We still learning. It's like being a lawyer. You got to practice. Like, once you reach your pinnacle,
It's a craft. It's a craft.
Yeah.
You got to stay at it in order to keep it sharp and to evolve.
Man.
Right?
You want to evolve. You want to get better. You want to, you want to burn, because a piece is just a piece. You could add to it. You could put a force field. You could do numerous things to it. But when you burn the wall, everybody catches it. You have a character on there. You burn the entire wall, top to bottom. Like, you have outstanding from top, from the top of it to the bottom of it. It's just immaculate. There's no room for error. So when you burn the wall, dudes will stand back, cross their arms, and be like, yo, that's a burner. They're convinced. It's not only, oh yeah, that's a dope piece. He keeps doing the dope piece and da-da-da, but the burner just catches your whole attention. You want to stare at it for like half an hour, 40 minutes. Wifey honking the horn, like, yo, did you get your picture yet? Like, yo, I'm trying to take this in. It's not every day.
That's right.
I see Yes and Tone out there, and Shiro and do you prefer burning in a group as a team, or off to the side dolo?
Doesn't matter. Whatever the whatever it calls. I mean, if I'm by myself, then let's get it done. Whatever the moment calls for.
Let me, Tone.
What's up,
when
man?
you came in with something in your hands.
Oh yeah. We put together something real quick for you guys. Me and Yes just threw together a little. I don't know if you. I don't know.
Your camera's on this side.
Oh,
Sure.
right. Woo! It's a little something we got.
Definitely appreciate it.
Definitely, man. Definitely
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
Official.
Okay.
So you definitely will be seeing that on our set here at the Vandalhour.
That'll be $1,500.
Yeah, and it comes with a price tag. And it comes with a price tag. But appreciate it, man. Have you guys ever painted with writers outside of the United States?
You mean people that came
Yeah,
to visit? Oh,
yeah.
Tons, man. Yeah, I painted with Bates, I painted with Amit, I painted with Scribe, I painted with a lot of guys that actually paint that are here now that they stood. They were from other countries, and it's interesting, man, because they have like different ways of doing things. You know what I mean? Like there's this guy who was on the rooftop. Oh no, don't worry, man. We're gonna mix the paints. You know, he picked a straw, did this, did that. I said, holy shit! All right, I'm not gonna do that, but
I give it okay.
Right now,
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
He's up there doing some MacGyver stuff.
Hell yeah, I was like, oh shit.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you know, Europeans and people from out of town. They're interesting characters, man, and they have like the little tricks, and you can put it in your pocket and take it with you on your next trip. You know, it's pretty cool.
Just so people get more of a full understanding, like what countries are some of these artists from, so people know how big Graph is. Like,
dude, it's all over, man. They come from all over. You name it. You know, Germany, Spain, Switzerland, and all over, man.
Brazil's heavy with it too.
Brazil.
Because
Shiro was in Brazil for a month.
Yeah.
She had a blast, but it was kind of dangerous too.
Very.
Kind of funny out there.
So
They robbed the cops out there.
A lot.
Oh, is that what it is?
I heard about it.
I thought you were talking about the anacondas or something
They
like
try
that.
to cut a deal, probably.
They go in your pocket. All right, get out of here. And they
Wow.
take your money. Yeah. Some of them foreign countries are dangerous, but you know that's what it is.
no, 'cause sometimes like a lot of people think that it's just Brooklyn, the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It's a New York thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people might think it's as far as the West Coast, but people don't
worldwide.
know it's just like Germany, Brazil. Like
Worldwide.
we done influenced a lot of people.
Do they?
the New
Yeah.
York
Do they
rap.
recognize you? I mean, as far as you know, somebody who's put in mad work in the original graph scene here in NYC.
It's a good
Well,
question.
now with social media,
Yeah.
you know, it's so easy. Well, it depends because you know you could be whatever. But I guess you know what you put out there. And if you put quality work,
Yeah.
you know, they recognize it, and you know,
Do-
people start talking and all that other stuff.
Do you find that their approaches, as far as like us, we come from hand styles, is it the same, you know, speaking with them out there, that they have their own distinct alphabet or whatever it is that they work on, or
Not for nothing.
or their own history, or how does that work?
Well, you know, not for nothing. Some of the pictures I see from out of towners and like overseas, pretty amazing.
Nah, they do got some dope work.
Really good stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow. Like, I'm like blown. For some reason, to me, some of that stuff looks like almost like street art mixed with graph. Instead of like over here, they're we're street art and you
It's
guys graffiti.
very
and
separated.
touch
Yeah,
each other
right.
Yeah.
Type thing. And,
I understand.
You know, so Europe has really dope shit.
Yeah.
You know what? And there's one of the followers we have on Instagram. I think it's Step39 or Steph39. He's from the UK as well, and that's a good example. Yeah, also Kilogram that was on the show. Karen Former also.
Yeah,
But
big up
Step
to Karen
does
Former.
the work exactly how you just explained it. It's definitely a mix of graffiti and street art. Like a good mix at that, a good mix. So show definitely respect to all the guys out there, and then we get a lot of we do have viewers and listeners from the UK, Australia, and a few other places. We did reach out to them, and they reached out to us. So shout out to them too as well.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Word.
Well, I got a question for y'all, man. Since we're on that topic, like, do y'all feel any certain way, or do you feel there's a difference, or it's the same thing when it comes to street art and graffiti? Because there's a lot of different opinions, and y'all being in the game so long.
Well, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like with this whole gentrification bullshit and this and that, or you know, guys feel this way, guys feel that, and hey, you have the right to feel the way you want to feel. But what I don't like about some street artists, they just paint in the box. You know what I mean? Like they don't really like, you know, dope shit. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are really fly. Then they paint this box, and then that's it. Then the person next to them has their own little box.
They confine themselves. They
You know
confine
what I mean?
themselves to
Instead of
that space.
Yo, let's blend it in. Like
Yeah.
put your stuff with mine, and you know, like somewhat intertwine and make it look like it's something.
It's
Not just these boxes.
So would you like to see that with graph and street artists coming together
yeah,
to throw down heavy murals, or
I've spoken to a
Incorporating
few
graph, or-
street artists, and they're down to mix it up. And I think if it's well planned, it'll work.
Nah, I've seen
Well
you mix it
planned.
up with Shiro a couple of times, like your letters with her characters. So I've seen that out there, man.
Yeah, we paint a lot together.
You know what I mean?
You know.
Well, actually, I've seen y'all
Fundamental.
collaborate with the James Z Walls. The James Z Walls. So, like, how's y'all connection? Like, how did y'all link up with James Z Walls?
She met Alberto, and Alberto reached out to me.
Big up, Alberto.
Nah, he's a cool dude. I met him.
VO5.
And then the most coldest fucking day of.
there's a story in there.
It was it happened to be Corn. Rest in peace. His
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
his
Jeff.
tribute, his girlfriend is
Christy.
fiance's club. I was invited.
Big up,
So
Christy.
she was like, "Oh, we got to pay today." I'm like, "Just fucking So look, she was on her way back to
Straight
Japan.
savage.
So she said, "No, we got to finish." I'm like, "All right, we finished."
Oh man.
My goodness, it was fucking cold.
It was like -7, B.
He showed
Damn.
up. He
Yeah, I showed up sliding on the
My
freaking
hand,
ice, B. I'm
My
like,
finger looked
this
like
dude
this
is
microphone.
dedicated.
Damn.
This dude is dedicated, man.
went in the car.
I give it to you.
Had the shit on blast. She was like, "You so crazy." Like, this one, let's get this shit done.
That's right.
But yeah, mission accomplished.
Got it done.
Got it done. And the one in the corner, that was another cold day. Then this guy painted in the snow.
Yeah, it was
Fucking
snowing.
nice,
It wasn't as, because when it snows, man, it's like 30 degrees, so you good. You was straight freezing.
bro. Hey, it was
Freezing.
I can't
22
top. Yeah, I can't top him, B.
Yeah. But we got it done.
He was
and,
wearing the-
you know,
That's what's up.
yeah.
And rest in peace to Corn again, man. Once
sir.
again.
Yeah.
Speaking of collaborations, if you had the chance to collaborate with somebody that you haven't collaborated with already, who would it be?
Wow, that's a good question. Oh, matter of fact, I was in Tough City, I think 2 months ago, and me and Yes2 had we know each other, you know, we're cool. Big up to Yes2.
Nice.
We spoke, and I said, "Yo, man, what's up? This maybe in October, if you got some time, let's do a nice little collaborative." He was like, "Yeah, down, let's do it."
That's
And
what's up.
I'm looking forward to that. I think that'd be good for New York too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes1,
Definitely.
Yes2, and
Definitely.
you know, painted together. So
Definitely.
I would love to do that.
We definitely would like to see that.
That's a
Calling
good
you out.
look.
What about you, Tom?
I don't know, man. At this point, man, I feel that I'm still like getting the basics down, man. You know,
Okay.
I like what I'm doing. I freestyle with a lot of stuff. I sketch a lot of stuff, but I play it from here. So it's like, if I have respect for you, if I like what you do, I paint. I'm not gonna say I paint with just anyone. That's not true. But if I see something that I really like and I admire in an artist, you know what I'm saying, that it's really no one specific though.
Okay,
Like,
I feel
wanna
you.
Paint with the God. Now,
Not that you wouldn't,
Yeah.
but if
yeah,
I
yeah,
seen
yeah, yeah.
somebody or something that really
Yeah,
caught you that way, be like, you know what?
I like to paint with crew. Big up to Ribs, GAK. That's one brother that really influenced me. As far as letter structures, it's all about style, So I like to paint with crew, and then if you cool, we've hung out before, heard through the grapevine that you good peoples. Yeah, man, rock a production and see how where it goes from.
Definitely. That's
You
what's
know.
up.
I wanted to answer that question though you threw out about the street art.
Okay.
A lot of people do link it to the new things that's happening with the bike lanes. Because I've lived in Greenpoint, like a shot from here. I lived for 12 years, man, and painting in Greenpoint, legal and illegally. Once they put the bike lanes, man, all the potholes are gone. So that's a big up, But as far as street art is concerned, a lot of people came from out of town, and they started taking the walls, and they do confine themselves to a box most of the time. I do like, the illegal stuff that they do with the the stencils, the weed pasting. Like a lot of them are pretty funny. Like I'll drive and I'll stop and be like, oh man, you know, they pick fun at political figures. Like I think it's cool. You know, if it makes me smile and I look at it, I'm like, yo, that's dope. But like, I would like to see street artists really collaborate more with graffiti, because some of them frown upon graph. Like, oh, they from school and they're structured, so they can't really mesh with a kid that learned it from the sidewalk. Like, they don't acknowledge the fact that street art came from graph, not the other way around. Graph, hip hop, everything, the 4 elements, 5 elements, was birthed from nothing. It came from the hood. It ain't come from the no. It ain't come from a school, man. Like, don't teach a class and try and tell me what a graph is if you didn't write the novel. Like, come on, man. You know, let's just be honest. I love street art, and there's room enough. But you know, don't try and put your chest out there and be like, yeah, I'm Mr. Street Art and I don't like graffiti. You know.
Well, how about those heads that have never really put in any illegal work or any work, but yet they're getting paid off a graph. You know, they're whipping up these canvases, and I mean, do you have any feelings about it? Because I've run into that a few times. You know,
I can't even hate on that. You know what? Hey, you
yeah,
got it, man. You know,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I told like a lot of people is like, you know, you could be in these shows. It just takes that one dude that has tons of money, sees your shit, and says, "I want you." I just wish there was more.
That's very true.
I wish there was more creativity and originality like back when.
That's one of the big differences right now.
Like even with hip hop, man. You know, I'm not gonna even touch on that letter, but everybody was trying to be original. We was waiting for an album to come out. Now it's just like a throwaway. Every 2 seconds you're dropping a mixtape. Same thing with the graph game. So I just wish someone would come out, people will come out and be more spontaneous and
original.
Yeah, original, not so much, just have more passion, excuse me, to create.
And it's true because you can still be spontaneous and original.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same token, yeah.
It's going to take you to, it's a little harder work. Maybe some people don't like to, like when you said earlier that you see people's work from other places, and it's not to knock their work, but it tells you what to stay away from. You're like, all right, this is what this guy's doing. Then kudos to him, but I'm going to make sure I stay away from that and find my own lane. Yeah,
don't join the bandwagon or don't cookie cut. Like, find your character. If you're going to do characters, you know, forever and forever, like, find your own character. You can take from stuff. You can be influenced, not take, but you can be influenced by stuff. But if you're going to keep drawing, and this is not a shot at anyone, but
of course not.
If you're going to draw a character that has already been established in Hollywood, whatever it is, I don't want to say no more, but like you have to do it to a T, no doubt, but it's like add a gold chain to it and just, you know, do something out of the loop. Do something out of the box. Think out of the box. You know, that's what I was taught. Think out of the box. And I respect a lot of writers for doing that, but it's a handful right now. Not like back then. There was crews, a lot of crews. Now it's just a good handful.
Okay.
That actually kind of brings us to the next question, because with all the work that y'all put in over the years, when you look at your work currently and you look at your past work, kind of like when you started or maybe 5-10 years ago, what do you feel is the biggest difference in your work?
Get to criticize yourselves.
Nothing. Yeah, it's true. After you stop painting, you look back like, damn, man, I did that piece like 50 times, different colors. But meanwhile, while you're going through that process, oh shit, yeah, and all this other stuff. But yeah, you have to catch yourself, because some guys get away with it. I'm not gonna front. Some guys they do the same piece for like the last 15 years.
I've seen it.
And just flip the colors?
Yeah,
or?
you know what I mean?
Don't say no names.
But yeah, actually 2 years ago, I started doing simple styles. So as I started, and it was harder for me. But as I started doing the simple styles, I started mixing in with what I was doing before. So I don't know if anybody's noticed, but the last 2 or 3 years, you've seen a change in my style.
It's more straight letters, more
You know,
straight letters
change
than
it,
you know.
and then
Stuff.
I'll hit you with a simple, then do a burner. So yeah, you get stuck sometimes. It
Gotcha.
happens.
How about you, Tom?
Forgot the question.
biggest
My bad,
biggest
it's
difference
long
difference
day.
between old back then when you were doing it and doing it now. Difference in your art.
Highlight Shadow, Daniel's son, Force Field.
Highlights on one side.
I take a lot of
shadows on the
pointers,
other.
man. I respect this brother next to me. He's put in a lot of work, and not so much, you know. So I don't take away from myself because there's always room to improve. So I learned from this gentleman, you're only as good as your last piece, as your last work. I look back in the days where we used to, you know, steal paint from certain spots in Queens and then go to the Sunnyside yards, the freight yards, and that would be the easiest place, canvas to paint, which is the freight trains. And from what I was doing then till now, it's completely opposite, completely different. I was looking for the more cleaner fill. You know, I was trying to just put down the basic color, put down the basic outline, add a little color around the whole thing, and then just, you know, add some like diamonds or whatever to it. But now everything is, you know, 2-color blends, and then what you're gonna do to your 3D, and then what the lines you're gonna put in there, it has to go down to a point. Like everything is like real structured now.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's real artistry. It's not. This is not something you just toss on the wall with a stencil and say, you know, I could do this in 15 minutes and then sell it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, one thing I noticed is that the approach is different. Because I write my name with love regardless, but for myself. But then now the approach is different in trying to get other people to realize, oh, you know, he's really doing something with his name, not just destroying public and private property.
I feel you.
Yeah.
That would be the best way to put it right there. Yes, I heard that you hosted a tribute to D6. How was that experience?
It was cool, man.
When was that?
For who?
D6. DG.
Oh, DG. Yeah,
Sorry.
that was-
Long day.
Long thing, son. It's late,
up.
nigga. That looked like a sick. Who wrote that?
That production was meant to be because actually the wall that was done on, it was in transition in owners.
Oh.
Shout out
So,
to LO, NWC.
When I popped up one day,
Big ups.
I saw the sign wasn't there no more. I was like, fuck. So I called her right away. Hey, what's up, man? No problem, I'm gonna get this done. So I was in cahoots with, you know, the guys that wanted to do it and stuff like that, and then we got it done. And it was another cold damn day. But yeah, that was great. I met him a few times. Rest in peace, DG.
Specs.
There you go.
Here and there, and then but not really. I can't say I really knew the guy, but he seemed like always happy, smiling. Hey, how you doing? And you know, unfortunately, he passed. But anyway,
You paint a lot in the
God
cold.
bless.
yeah, you know what it is? I love to paint, man.
I don't blame you.
And rain, if it rains, I'll try to find a way to get it done.
Word.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But
It's out
yeah,
there,
that
man.
was
He
a
too.
great. It was a great time. Met some really nice guys from Brooklyn, and big up to Brooklyn, and I appreciate it.
Definitely. How are you guys feeling about the gallery scene these days? Are you feeling it? Are you not feeling it?
Oh, I love it, but it's very competitive. It's just, you know, it's funny. You make that canvas. Oh, it's dope. It's fresh and all this other stuff. Guys outside drinking beer, talking shit, signing black books. Nobody's buying anything.
The norm.
Yeah, the norm.
The norm.
Seen
That's
it a
the
couple
norm,
times.
But then
Free
you
beer?
have a print of it for $20. They sell like hotcakes.
Word.
But the original is $1,500. Oh, no, it's dope, but you know, I don't know, my man. You got the print, it goes right away. They don't really want to spend money on art.
It's the approach,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's-
No, I'm not in the high-end galleries. I'm in regular Ricky Dink stuff. But, you know,
It is what it
it is
is.
what it is, man. I put it out there.
That's right.
I mean, I'm not on that scene, you know. I enjoy it though. Like I see various posts on galleries that's circulating. And I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. If the cover charge is not too steep, excuse me.
Definitely.
There's free beer. Like, this, I'm one of the dudes outside signing black books, matter of fact. I love that. But, there's certain shows that I will go to because I really want to go to. You know what I'm saying? One of the shows was in Brooklyn. It was cold as well. It was at the Yes Gallery out in Greenpoint. Big shout out to Jamie Heff and Jerkface. They did a remarkable show. Fetus as well. Yeah, you're right. That was a dope show. There's a lot of gallery shows that doesn't pertain to graffiti that I will go to. Not that I've went, but I've heard of a lot of shows that are popping that it doesn't have to just be graph. It could just be art in general.
Well, I actually wanted to ask you about a particular show, Tone. There's an art show 2011 that was curated by Tuise and Ski.
Yeah.
How did that turn out?
It was called the Cause and Effect. Them brothers really, it was impacting because not only did I get to know their funny side and, as we chill and talk shit, I got to see them on a work level. And their work ethic, big them up is two different paces, but at the same time, it's like they form like Voltron. 1 minute they're like, yeah, yo, let's go spark up, and the next minute they're like making deals over the phone. They're really they're hustlers, man. And that's what I got from my first show. I'm there, my name's on there. Ski, blessed it with the hand style for the Cause and Effect. Mike came through, he did the vinyls. It was just an impacting time of my life. I said, you know what? I would love to do this for a living, but it drains you. It takes a lot out. And for a month pop-up show, for people to curate for a lifestyle, hands down, that's incredible feat. That if they keep pulling it off month after month, year after year, it's just incredible, man, because it's a lot of work involved. It's not just putting little stickers with the person's name and you have to make sure you get the amount and the name right of the piece. No, it's a lot more involved. You have to deal with the BS of people's attitudes. You have to deal with so much stuff, man. So I learned a lot from that session. It was called the Cause and Effect. You could probably hashtag Cause and Effect. And one thing, not to talk a lot about it, but one thing that was cool is that during the month after the opening party, random people showed up. I was in store and they were like, hey, can I just roam around and take photos? Like, that's how I met Javi BXNY, the one that young man Javi, man, on Instagram. He just came in the shop. He's like, yo, you mind if I take photos, dog? And I was like, yo, feel free, man. Just, don't knock anything over. You good. And even the Village Voice stumbled in there, and the lady, I didn't know who she was. She just announced herself. She was like, hey, do you mind? And then before I know it, we was labeled the best show of the summer, and there was 3-4 other galleries, but that's just you put in hard work. And Yes had 2 ill pieces in that show. I can name drop, but the brothers that know that were down with the show, they really
Cause and Effect.
Yeah, Cause and Effect. That was like the first. That was 2011 into 2012. Excuse me. That was like August.
What's good with the truck scene? Sorry for cutting you off, but see a lot of heads getting up on trucks. Do you brothers plan on pulling out with doing any trucks as opposed to walls and murals?
Actually, I got a few of them, on the line, but it's just too much going on. I have no time between my work, my normal jobs, and then painting, and then doing this and that. But I'll eventually get it done in summer. I got 4 of them lined up that I could do.
Oh, that's for this year.
It's too much going on at once.
Word.
That's good. You staying busy, man.
The cold weather's coming, bro. I was just saying, you might want to do as much as you can do right now.
Get forced.
Hell yeah.
That's funny.
Did you want to speak on that, Tom?
Nah, just anyone that got a van, anyone that got something that needs to be painted, contact the Vandal Hour.
That's
Tone MST.
You get us, and we'll get you connected with Toad MST.
Yeah.
What's the contact to contact you?
Got an IG or something?
Yeah, on my IG is my _styles with a Z _TUFF. My style's tough. MST crew.
So there you go.
Yup.
Or you can reach out to us in the Vandal, and we make sure we get that message over to Tone. Here's a two-part question for both of you guys. How do you feel about today's New York City graph scene? And if there's something you can change about today's New York graph scene, what would it be?
And all the politics.
Or
The politics, huh?
Too much politics
Facts.
in New York. You know, I'm not gonna get into specific areas, but I hear like you're from Europeans out of town. They say what's going on over there. I'm like, I don't know. The further away you are from it, the better off you are.
Got a
But
point.
there is a lot of politics in New York, and it needs to stop, man. Just all the boroughs. Just at the end of the day, we just straight up New York City.
NYC.
You know, we just New York. You know what
Shout
I mean?
out NYC.
But if the politics is not going to end tomorrow.
No.
But if it could start smoothing out somehow, some way, and some people won't deal with each other, whatever. But it's just too much politics.
That's why it's good what you doing right now, you know what I mean?
Nah, man.
You
I'm
crossing
looking
over.
at Toe's face, and I had to laugh. He had the
I hate
screwed up face right now.
You know what?
Well, the origins of graph. I mean, it's all about painting and beef. If I'm quoting Show's book, you know,
But-
he's like, yo, graph is all about painting and beef.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
you know what? Painting and beef, no doubt. You know, but one thing is to beef, and another thing is to make a novela. B. It's like either we on Jerry Springer or we, you know, pound for pound in the ring, you know, duking it out. It's not beef is not words, man. It's your actions you take. So like, honestly, one thing I change about what's going on in the scene, man, is the approach. Like, honestly, New York invented the word hater, man. I would love to see the hate gone. Like, why can't we do production together? Like, why can't the Bronx, you know, one team out of the Bronx that's really, really hitting, why can't they come to Queens and be like, yo, we're gonna do like a meeting of styles and let's get down with the Queens writers. Let's see what they're about. Let's see if they can come together, not like a break-in type battle that you see, you know, in the videos and shit, but let's see what Queens heads got. Let's see if they could come together, a group of 10, and burn us, you know? Make some kind of event out of it where young kids, because, yo, honestly, young kids are seeing what's going on and what they got to look up to. I don't know, man. It's kind of bleak, you know?
Well, that's also missing the meeting of styles.
Yeah, man.
We don't have one. We haven't had one that God knows how to. Meeting of styles was cool when it was in the Bronx. Man,
It was in
boom,
the
Avenue,
BX.
everybody was getting busy. Everybody was chopping it up. Maybe we need that. I mean, meet a nice big place and have a meeting of styles again.
I mean, like a tough city event, a TMT versus TC5 type
No,
of.
just no meeting of styles, just straight up at
That'd be cool.
Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. Everybody just gets together. New York City, let's get busy.
Word. R.I.P. Sean Price.
Definitely.
Hearing that beat.
Real quick. Go ahead. I have a small little question for them. Okay.
Well, I actually have another question for y'all. Y'all been around for a while. Y'all doing y'all thing. Do y'all ever get that itch, that urge, just to grab that can and hit the streets again? Like,
Well, I do it every once in a while.
Start creeping again.
Oh, wow.
Hard to get out the system.
You know, and that's the stupid thing. Like,
Damn.
nah, definitely.
bam, like, why did
Yeah.
you post that, man? Keep that on the low, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've gotten drunk, yeah, let's hit this shit, bro. And walked around, hopped out my car, and I still do it.
Nah,
But,
definitely.
I just don't stop and take a picture of it and Instagram. I don't do that. Just let the streets see it. That's what,
Nah, definitely.
that's what graffiti is about.
For the people we gave Tone, where to find Tone, is there somewhere to find you on the Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is?
Yes, one, but the O is a 0 versus an O. It's YES 0 NE.
0 NE. Make sure you get that right.
See uno.
See uno.
Get it right.
Yeah,
Word.
sorry.
YTS gang.
I've seen the Yes One hats. Dope. How did you get into doing the hats, and should we be expecting more gear from Yes One?
Yeah, that came about from my old buddy from Allerton, Chino, from For You Caps.
Okay.
It's located at Alexander Avenue, White Plains Road.
Number 4, you.
You can order them off for youcaps.com. They got them there. He keeps he always hits me by surprise. Oh, I got this one and that one. So yeah, if I get some, I'll see if I can get my hands on some.
Definitely, let us know.
Right.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Last week, the hip hop community lost a great Brooklyn MC by the name of Sean P. Tone, I seen that you did something dedicated to the God. Can you give us a little insight on that burner?
Yeah, it was my first attempt at so I just want to pay homage, man. I'm all about, you know, I don't like to say, hey, I'm a 90s writer. I keep it. That's the era I came up in. Can you blame me? Like, I love what happened in the golden era. When Sean P, not only did he do the Flawless Fly with Fab Five, but the gems, even after, because Helter Skelter is phenomenal as a duo. That's a Batman and Robin of underground hip hop. But you know what? Sean P made an impact with just his bars alone. He put his so much effort into his delivery, man. Like it sort of caught me off guard at 7 p.m. on, I forgot what day it was, but I think it was the 8th. I heard about it and I saw it on. I was like, nah, this has got to be a hoax. Please let it be a hoax. He's my favorite MC. That's still keeping it consistent, still keeping it real, and it wasn't a hoax, man. So I felt moved. I didn't wait for anybody to call me and be like, yo, you think you can? Nah, because I'm not known for doing portraits or known for doing production. But I said, you know what? I have a wall, I have paint. I want to, I want to put something together, and I never did a portrait, so I had a little bit of help. Big up to Beckett, Sir Crone. You know, they helped me sort of put stuff where it needed to be, but I pretty much did like 85% of it. And I'm happy with it.
That's what's up.
It's something personal, man. You know, I look up to the brothers. So
makes you question. Did you ever do music? Were you into
I spit.
music?
Yeah. I was in high school. You know, I was always with the radio. I've always I was freestyling, always spitting. You know, and I ain't keep up with it only because the opportunity was there, but I just didn't pursue it as much. You know what I'm saying? I just chose another route.
So we got Tone, MST, the artist, not Tone, the rapper. It could have been Tone, the rapper, in the building today.
Yeah, man. You know, I still rhyme, but it's like I was an MC, and it totally changed. Like everything just wasn't about lyrics. I was a lyricist, man. I was a pugilist lyricist. I would go, you know, Lions Den or a New Eurekan Cafe, Pyramid. Like I was battling.
Nah, those definitely was battle spots.
For being a white boy Latino trying to do it,
I
was a target, son.
Yeah.
But you know, I held it down, and people do know me from those days. They do remember, but it's like it's the 4 elements, dude. I can't break dance.
I was just about to say that.
I can't break dance, dog. Don't ask me to pop and lock, nigga.
Can't do the worm.
Only pop and lock. Can't do taking your bike, nigga. Pull out the worm. That's the only pop and locks, man. Taking bike. Nah, but that's the way I pay homage to the 4 elements, man. I know the graph and the lyrics, beatboxing, whatever. I feel like that I'll keep it true to that.
Well, this is also a hip-hop show. So, like, who you feel is holding it down right now as it comes to hip-hop, comes to the music? You know what I'm saying? You being a lyricist, you coming out from Brooklyn.
Yeah, man.
Like, who's out there putting in that work?
As far, like, work as far as making
like,
money
who are you listening to? Like, when you wake
that
up in
would
the
be a
morning,
better
you know
way.
what I'm saying?
Who are you listening to?
Yeah, my playlist consists of people that aren't on the radio.
Okay, which is fine.
You know, big up to, I'm gonna name drop right now. Big up to Spit Gems,
of course.
The God, you know, Sean P, Buck, peace. You know, like just boot camp click. I listen to a lot of '90s rap, man. Call me an old
nothing wrong with that.
Whatever, but
the golden era.
It's the golden era, man.
That's
From
right.
'94, even Boom Bap, which was like before '94, but like I just love. It's an art form, man. They put their heart and soul into it, and that's what I really admire about it. It's not saying who you are, or how much money you make, or what you got in your bank account, and what the cash advance shows in the video. I don't care about those things. That holds no weight at all to me. You can have a video with such and such things, and I'm not a hater. I'm just
For you, that's not
I'm
for you.
noticing that you don't live that life. If you're not about that, I don't know. I just keep it to myself. But I listen to big up to Shaz. Welcome home, baby.
Definitely welcome home.
There's a lot of spitters out there that I can't even name a whole bunch. But rest in peace, Pumpkinhead, PHE. I have him in rotation. Just Gangstar, DJ Premier. Like, that's what I like.
That
man.
golden era music.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about you? Yes. What are you listening to?
I listen to everything, man.
Okay.
Pandora 1.
Shout out, Pandora.
I like to mix it up, man. I like 80s music. I like the 90s hip hop.
80s hip hop, that's your golden era though, right?
Yeah, like Arabian Rakim.
Of course.
Those
Classic.
That was my thing. But the new music sucks, man.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Real quick, guys, we're gonna do it's a segment here on the Vandal Hour called the Vandal's Pick. We're gonna ask you some questions rapidly, and you're gonna answer them back rapidly. Now it is two of you guys, so we're gonna do this. We'll do Tone first,
Okay.
and then we'll do yes one. All right, ready, Tone?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna ask you. You're just gonna respond as quickly as you can with your answer. Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Handball courts or rooftops?
Rooftops.
Stickers or scratchies?
Scratchies.
Boost or buy?
Boost.
Fat caps or stock?
Fat.
Pussy or painting?
I'm married, man.
Think carefully.
Hi, honey.
Rustos or Montanas?
Rustos.
Fillings or tags?
Phils.
Wild Style or B Street?
Damn, that's a hard one. B Street.
Trucks
one
or
I saw.
trains?
Trains.
Scene or Case 2?
Case 2.
Okay,
R.I.P.
that was it. And now,
Let them have it.
here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
This is for yes one. Scene or Case 2?
Case.
Trucks or trains?
Trains.
Wild Style or B Street?
Wall style.
Fillings or tags?
Tags.
Rustos or Montanas?
Rusto.
Pussy or painted?
Chocha.
Fat caps
Yeah,
or stock?
Believe it or not, stocks.
Yep. That's
Boost or buy?
Boosting is not bad.
Stickers or scratchies?
Scratchies.
Handball courts or rooftops?
I would say a handball.
there you go.
Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
And
That's the 80s versus the 90s view. That's
there
it.
you go. The Vandals picks by Tone MST and Yes One.
Word.
Guys, we just want to say thank you and we appreciate the both of you for coming out and showing love
It's been
here
a pleasure, man. It's
with
been a
us at the
pleasure.
Vandal Hour.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it. You guys are welcome back anytime. Let us know about the show in September. Let us know whatever you guys got going on. We'll definitely want to be a part of it. So thank you again.
Dope.
Any shout outs, any last words you want to give out?
I just want to thank you guys for having us here tonight.
Word.
I was a little tired, but I wanted to make sure that I came out and hung out with you a little while.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yes,
You
sir.
guys a good night, and I'm out here.
I just want to thank you guys because we were supposed to be on 2 weeks ago. Something that happened, my daughter's fine. She's good.
Blessing.
And I just
Bless.
want to
God
I want
bless.
to thank you guys for opening the doors for us. Can I shout out, family?
Of course.
All right, man. Yes, sir. I want to shout out everyone true to MST. Shout out KDGAK. Just basically crews and brothers from Brooklyn and Queens, man. Big shout out to Tech BS. Just a whole handful of dudes that me coming up in the 90s, man. I could name drop all night, but I just want to shout out everybody that keeps it true, man. That's it. Keep it true to yourself and to the art. And that's
Definitely.
it.
Yeah, just a big shout out to New York City, man. Let's keep it real.
Word.
Right. NYC.
Yes, sir.
Hold it down, New York.
Yes, sir.
So, real quick, once again, thank you for coming through, sharing your story here on the Vandal Hour and DTF Radio. We definitely appreciate it. Just once again, thank you, Yes One and Tome MST for coming through and chopping it us with us. Guys, welcome back anytime. Shout out to all the listeners for tuning in to the Vandal Hour tonight and every Saturday night. Shout out to Mark DTF and DTF Radio for always holding us down. Shout out to the Vandal Hour team, NEAK, June 457, Mathematics, Robbie Reps, DJ EA, DJ Swift. Make sure you tune in next week. Our guest will be the graffiti artist show, and I promise you the show will be epic. I'm Sinatra NYC, NEAK, BIA3, Tone, Yes One, Swift. Better late than never. Appreciate you stopping by.
Made it.
You know what it is. Tune in next Saturday night, 11 p.m. sharp. It's the Vandal Hour on DTFradio.com. Peace.
One.
I ain't the one, I be mobbing with my set. And my niggas let it go for fast. And I see these things ain't no. I let that niggas don't know. But I said these niggas ain't no. Look, you can find me by that weed smoke, lighting up that headlock. One hit and you gon' choke. If it look, you can find me by that weed smoke, lighting up that head. Look, you can find me by that weed smoke, lighting up that head. One hit and you gon' choke. If it ain't up, loud gang with my settings. Niggas fuck around, get gassed up, and them hammers be young let it. If a nigga ain't up, I don't want your bitch please. But if I did, the only thing that stopping me is that bitch was on the lead. These niggas ain't up. Nah, I said these niggas ain't up. Here we go. Yeah, but I said these niggas ain't know that I've been sick with the flow, trapping OD on the low. So much though, niggas thought that the shit was snow. Nah, niggas had trees for the low. Got what you need from them demons to them O's. Click go and lean, got the scenery slow. Have a nigga roll up steam like a boat. Then a smooth criminal niggas lean out the door. Whoa, they my little niggas. Each and every head honcho, cause some niggas old. And they still riding my man like a young nigga boss. Just call me to sneak me over front and I see bad in your future, nigga. I see no walkies ain't no. Bitch, I ain't the one. I be mobbing with my set and my niggas let it go for fun. I said these niggas ain't no. Bitch, I ain't the one. I be mobbing with my set and my niggas let it go for fun. I said these niggas ain't no. The bitch, I ain't the one. I be mobbing with my set and my niggas let it go for fun. I said these niggas ain't no. No, I said these niggas ain't no. Yeah, but I said these.
Cooler than the cooler with a deuce in it. Hotter than the party shut down in 5 minutes. Cooler than the cooler with a deuce in it. Hotter than the party shut down in 5 minutes. Cooler than the cooler with a deuce in it. Hotter than the party shut down in 5 minutes. Rooftop chillin', surrounded by fine women. Guapo on the deck, supplying the vibes hitting. Nutcracker money with a Metro card. Gave the skunk to my honey, put it in her bra. Always bring the funk with all disregard. Never holding back my punches, I don't take no scars. What it is? Take no losses. If I got anything to do about it, I want it. What it is, yo. How can I be tripping when there's wisdom on that vision? I need what it is, yo. Just swirled in others' business. We grew up from that kid, or not. What it is, yo. Shit, we still the same old misfits. What up? What up? What it is, yo. What it is? What it is? What it is, yo. What it is, yo. What it is? What it is? What it is? What it is, yo. What it is? What it is? What it is? What it is? What it is, yo. What it is? What it is? What it is, yo. What it is? Pharaoh, rising above the cattle. Wild, wild west, they enticing the battle. Pharaoh, rising above the cattle. Wild, wild west, they enticing the battle. The victor or the loser, you be the latter. Baby girl, she choosing, oh, you mad at her. But shorty want the ring with the rocks like Saturn. I'm oblivious to unforeseen patterns. I'm flavorful, but unwilling to cater to. Whoa, I love women, but I ain't loving these dwarfs. I'm trying to visit all around the world, though. But if anything, I'm trying to fly solo. Imagine me bringing a chick, that's a no-no. That's bringing sand to the beach like stones throw. When in Rome, I'm doing like in Africa, trying to mingle with a tribe queen. I'm a bachelor above the influence, girl. I meant what I said, like she got a bulletproof on my aiming for hell. What it is, yo? What it is? What it is? What it is, yo? What it is? What it is, yo? What it is? What it is, yo? What it is? What it is? What it is, yo? What it is? What it is? What it is, yo? What it is? What it is? What it is?
Off the incense, got me looking in your eyes, you've been distant. It's like you're living with regret, you're losing interest. Expecting me to change, but how? You ain't forgive yet? Yeah, I strayed. I guess I didn't know my part, but my apologies. I had fears of you going far. I'm in the streets, you in college. We grown apart, a friend with benefits, but much more than broken heart. Candles by the shower, scents off the incense. Got me looking in your eyes, you've been distant. It's like you're living with regret, you're losing interest. Expected me to change, but how? You ain't forgive yet? Yeah, I strayed. I guess I didn't know my part. Yeah, I strayed. I guess I didn't know my part, but my apologies. I had fears of you going far. I'm in the street with grown apart. Yeah, I strayed. I guess I didn't know my part, but my apologies. I had fears of you going far. I'm in the streets, you in college. We grown apart, a friend with benefits, but much more than a broken heart. My emotions, missed calls, you trying to ignore. I'm going through the withdrawal still. French tips, lip balls, heels on, just pissed off. Damn, we still creeping every now and then. I was thinking quicker, yeah, now we's an hour in. I never thought we could fall for each other. Short stay rooms where we long for each other. Fucking for the moment, toss in the rubber. She can satisfy my needs, but what we want from each other. Tell me, I'm looking in your eyes, got me drawn in. Pennies to the side, then I slide when I'm going in. Waking up, recharge, we go again, so don't act like you don't miss how I hold your limbs. Good sex ain't everything, but when you're lonely, it's the only thing. A woman's touch is tailor-fitted for her only ring. The only problem is, I don't even know her name. Damn, I'm insecure, I guess I gotta play the game, but I ain't for the gas.
It's the Vandal Hour each and every Saturday, right here on thevandalhour8.16.15.
Usher don't say a thing. Private suites when I'm on the road. Pack your bags, leave the telly. We gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Yeah. AKA
yeah, Skin Rock, yeah. AKA Joey Sucio, BX, what up, get up.
I'm drinking Sally, palm in the fatty, they call me daddy. As soon as they wanna marry, I'm calling up the patty. Sally, palm in the fatty, they call me daddy. As soon as they wanna marry, Sally, palm in the fatty, they call me daddy. As soon as they wanna marry, I'm calling up the patty. Sally, you had a pipe, that ice is screaming God like she had that bright light in the sight. Sally, palm in the fatty, they call me daddy. As soon as they wanna marry, I'm calling up the patty. You had a pipe, ice is send it side. I'm all that matters. My rhyme is that heater. And people that don't agree, hate it. Socio gang is a new queen in a whole new lane. It's to show you change. Like Obama, up on me, Ghana from the school of knocks and I graduate honors. R.P. the Bonner, I'm taking tape here, I'm bringing life to his skinny tears. I wanna stand beat. I'm from the Bronx, I bought the massive frame. Stank weed, everybody look angry. I'm bringing rap back, you motherfuckers should thank me. Gun in my bubble coat, niggas out here is cutting throats. Life's about the money, starting on niggas and hope. I'm living comfortable, beef from the block is nothing new. My nigga keep it static, keep it up fighting, we cutting static. Yo, we look like my Dutch guts. Got your dick under my armpits like nunchucks. Shit, niggas reminding me of Sinead. I punch him in the face and I got him doing the thing. And you see some peeping through my pores. All I gotta do is go on, they waiting on all fours. If I lining up at my door, wonder how they want a wife when I'm treating them like a hoe. Felt like love to them, it felt like nothing to me. I be in pieces so long, I bring something to read. Up with me, how these niggas sleep under the seat. Hunger for fame, rappers looking like something to eat. Bon appetit with the bones, I'm picking my teeth. Smoking sticky weed, I spend for days if they give me a beat. I'm from the boom pap, I'm from matching the do-rap. Spitting off the dome, they like, how the fuck does he do that? Move weight like that niggas, they laugh at you. Now they trying to with you. When grass grows, the snakes comes and birds too. The chick fell in love, got sick, the bird flew. Blunt diamonds, there's crystals up in my Mary Jane. Bottle hollow, hopefully it'll carry pain. We want the fame, but the game can swallow you whole. But if that road's made of gold, it's hard to say no. So I ain't conscious of the bad that comes with the good. Misunderstood, if I could, I carve it in wood. Edge of the stone, make it known, I'm out of my dome. Holding chrome as a Roman and out of your home. Out of your home, 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 out of your home.
Transport me to a sector. Transport me to a sector. Transport me to a sector. Things only get better. Transport me to a sector where things only get better. No hate, no pressure. No pain, just pleasure. Please, life work only as sweet as the summer breeze. Maybe the wind make hearts free. I believe that things deemed impossible can be. I believe that things deemed impossible can be. I believe that things deemed impossible can be achieved. If we could see past our own I believe that things deemed impossible can be achieved. If we could see past our own greed, transcend and succeed. Way beyond expectation, breaking all boundaries to reap the fruits of our very own creation. In a trance, past galaxies, our bodies had plans. Hold hands, let's go there, when none have ever tried again. Why in the hell are you scared? I say for goodness sake, release from those chains, so you can be free.
I just want money. Study under the understudy, the 120. I don't want the Dougie. I just want money. Study under the understudy, the. I don't want the Dougie. I just want money. Study under the understudy, the 120. Young dummies can't spar. No, my flow tight like your pants on.
Yeah, that's right. You know what it is. We ended off the show. We going out strong, baby. DJ Swift, you know how we do it. I cannot end the show without a Sean Price play, baby.
I just want money. Study under the understudy, the 120. Young dummies.
It's only right we're gonna end it off with this Sean P. joint. You know what it is, Barbarian. That's what we are, baby. This is NYC BK Queens all day. Let's get it.
Eulogy from jewelry. What jewelry? I took this from another rapper, slapped him with the eulogy.
That's right, baby. The Vandal Hour. This is how we do it each and every week, baby.
PTNT, the flow dynamite. Niggas so bozos ain't rhyming right. I hit the line of right. I smoke a double green. Niggas call it purple. What the fuck you mean? Fuck a fist fight. I'm gunning you rappers. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all rappers. Fifth grade shit. The piff stay lit. My bitch stay dipped with the Richard Bay tits. Niggas say shit. They say it ain't shit. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, I'm nothing to play with. I bust heaters at your whole damn click loud. Sharp Price, the leader of boot camp, click down. Admire the admiral, animal rap. Smack the shit out of a nigga and handle his hat. Banging on wax, niggas don't bang in the street. Banging online, niggas don't bang in the street. Keep playing, I slam your ass on your face till your fucking teeth breaking. Big, the jerk been retired, I'm nice, so I'm back, nigga. Smack, earth, wind, fire, and ice out that nigga. Rap niggas, I doubt if there's nigga doing it like me. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's right. Do understand. We gonna be back next week, baby. E Sinatra, Drax, Mathematics, DJ Swift, DJ EA. You know how we do it, baby. This is the Vandal Hour. This is how we go each and every Saturday. Yes, sir.
Listen, hey yo.